Hello and welcome to today's video on converting fractions to decimals.
In this lesson, we'll be looking at how benchmark numbers help with converting fractions into decimals, how to use scaling up and down to convert fractions into decimals, how does the greatest common factor and the least common factor contribute to converting, and how to use division of the numerator by the denominator to find the equivalent decimal.
Benchmark numbers. A benchmark is a number that is easy to use when you estimate. These numbers can help determine if the converted decimal is accurate. So for example, the benchmark for 1/8 or 3/16 would be 0 because the numerator is close to 0, but the denominator is not. Which of these numbers is the benchmark for 3/8? The answer would be 1/2 because 3/8 is close to 4/8.
Now let's look at scaling. This method can make finding the converted decimal efficiently or faster. Scaling up is multiplying a fraction by another fraction that is equal to 1. In this example, we have 1/7. We'll use 8/8, which is equal to 1. 1 times 8 is equal to 8, which is our numerator, and 7 times 8 equals 56, which is our denominator. Now let's look at scaling down, which is dividing a fraction by another fraction that is equal to 1. In this example, we have 40/55. We'll use 5/5, which is equal to 1. 40 divided by 5 is 8, which is our numerator, and 55 divided by 5 is equal to 11, which is our denominator.
Greatest common factor and lowest common factor. The greatest common factor is the highest number that divides itself exactly into two or more numbers. So for example, the greatest common factor, or GCF, for the number 12 would be 6. The least common factor is the lowest number that divides itself exactly into two or more numbers. So for example, for the number 12, the least common factor, or the LCF, would be 2. Finding the GCF and the LCF will help determine the decimal without requiring to do division.
Now let's look at the division of the numerator by the denominator. Let's look at our steps for using division to find the decimal. Step number 1 is to determine the numerator and the denominator. Step number 2 is to divide the numerator by the denominator. Step number 3 is to remember to include decimal places. Now let's look at an example. Okay, we have 3/7. 3 is our numerator and 7 is our denominator. In step 2, we divide 3/7, which is 4,285 10,000 equal to 429 thousandths. Thank you for watching.
See you in the next video.